Hi everyone, this is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today I'm really excited because I'm going to be sharing a video with you that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but just, I don't know, didn't have the chance to kind of sit down and organize and get everything prepared because it takes a little bit of preparation, more so than my usual videos. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite planning products, whether it's Happy Planner or another brand or just things that make planning a little bit easier and more functional and enjoyable, let's be real, for me. So, first off, of course, is my black snap-in hardcover. I don't know if these covers themselves are still available. I do know that there are the soft covers that I like also. So this one's just a little bit softer. This original black one has the quilted edge and it's just a little bit more firm. But the reason that I love this and I've been using it for 3 years is because I don't really need to like switch out my planner cover. That's just not something that interests me very much. And so I like having a clean looking planner. I have these black metal discs from, I think I originally got them with the Supermom planner, but they were also in last year's Be Happy box, the little bloom box. So they're not easily available or easily found, but I really just love, even if these are plastic discs, I love the black snap-in hardcover. It's really durable. I don't bring my planner places, but I throw it kind of around my apartment. I don't throw it, but it's durable. It doesn't show scratches. Inside this one, I do have, this is so old and I don't even really use it anymore, but I had gotten it from Staples on clearance. It's Erin Condren, and it's just a clear, I don't know, pocket. That's what it's called. It's a clear pocket. So if you wanted to just grab something over here, you could stick something in it. Of course, not something taller than the planner, but I have used this in the past for like receipts or notes or things like that. It's just that I used to bring my planner with me to work, but I work from home now. So I don't really use it. I just also haven't taken it off. But anyway, let me also note, everything that I talk about today that I can find will be linked below. Some of them will be affiliate links, which means that if you purchase through the link, I will make a small commission on it and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So I do appreciate when you use those links. And again, everything I can find, I will link for you, or I'll note if it's a comparable product or not. So first up, the black snap-in hardcover or the soft cover. Okay, up next is a Happy Planner punch. This is my second punch. My first one lasted a few years until I broke it, and then I ended up getting the bigger punch. I originally bought the classic punch, I think it was blue, because I used a classic planner and I felt like it made sense. What didn't really occur to me at the time is that with the big punch, and this comes in pink, white, and black, it's sized for big, classic, or mini. So if you have any of those planners, you can punch easily using this. So let me grab a sheet of printer paper. So here is the big, you line it up and you punch. You can only put a couple of sheets in at a time, and you can't really do more than paper. Like maybe cardstock would work, but you don't want to put any laminate or anything else in here because it can break it. It's not insanely durable. I love the punch because I like printables. I have my own Etsy shop of budgeting printables, so I use this punch every time I use or make one of my Etsy printables, but I also buy other printables or just anything that I want to be able to punch and stick in my planner. I think last year I punched a postcard from when I was in New Orleans to be able to stick that in the planner. So next up is the punch. Okay, now for a couple of planning tools. And if you watch my videos, you'll see me use these in almost every video. So first up are these, I don't know what they're, EK tools, but they're sticker tweezer sort of things. I have tried to use actual tweezers, like, one like for your skin or eyebrows or whatever. And I've tried dollar store ones, and really nothing for me is as comparable as these. So let's find a small sticker. And again, if you see my plan with me's, you'll see me using these. So what's just easy for me is to be able to pull it off and put it on a page. Let's find a piece of paper. Okay, so if I wanted this to go right up here, well, of course now it doesn't seem to be working. It's much easier than sometimes you're trying to like put it in, your hand gets in the way, your fingers get in the way, and I just really prefer to use these when I'm trying to decide where to place a sticker, or definitely when I'm placing tiny stickers and like bullet points. So these are my favorite tweezers, and I've used these for years. They are incredibly durable. Next up are my tiny little scissors. I like these better than normal big scissors because I feel like they're sharper and they're also more precise because they're small. So sometimes I'll put a sticker or something over these punch parts here, and you just kind of need to go in and like cut around. And I just find it easier. If I'm cutting a small sticker, it's easier to use this than, let's say, like, I don't know, these old Scotch scissors that I have. I just like them a lot for planning. Okay. Next up is my Papermate Dryline Ultra. So this is basically correction tape. And just goes like that. I buy them on in a pack of 3 on Amazon for like $7 or something like that. And I use them every single week in my dashboard layout. I may use them in other layouts, but they seem to last a decent amount of time, and it works well, and you can write on them pretty easily. There's no skipping, or even if there's 2 lines here and you can't really tell that I was writing over 2 lines. So next up is my Mono Permanent Adhesive Tombow Tape Runner. I'm sure I said that a little bit out of order, but this, oops, this is not working right now. Okay, there we go. So of course this is just to put any type of paper together. It's just tape. This brand is new to me. I know everyone loves Tombow. I've just always kind of used whatever I could find. Like here's a really old Crafters tape that just doesn't always seem to work as well. But I'll have this one linked below for you. And then finally, and sometimes I forget to use this, but when I remember, I like it, is my Fiskars craft knife. I just always get really nervous like opening it or something because it's really sharp and I'm pretty clumsy. But again, this is a simple craft knife to be able to cut out whatever you want to. It also works if you are putting a sticker over a certain like line or something and you want to trim it right to be there. So that was like an easy triangle that I just cut out. But if you were putting a sticker here and you wanted to trim it, let me show you. I may as well make this interactive. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this. Too rad to be sad. And let's say I want it, why am I putting it upside down? Let's say I don't want this gold part right here. So if you don't want to cut it, you can use this. Of course, I just put that sticker down so it may not peel up. There we go. And it just trims it really nicely. Of course, you want to be mindful how hard you're pressing. It looks like I did cut a little bit that triangle, but it's okay. So I do like this when I'm feeling confident enough to use it. That's the key. Okay, let's grab a new sheet here and put some of this stuff aside. All right, next up, and I feel like this is just a basic, but I'm going to go over it anyway because I'm sharing my favorite tools, is wax paper. A lot of people in planner land use wax paper to put stickers down and kind of plan out their spread. I don't usually like plan out my spread with wax paper in terms of like putting it down, laying the wax paper over the whole spread and figuring it out. But I do like wax paper for 2 reasons. Number one, I can take out stickers as I'm flipping through one or several books and put them on the wax paper and then move the stickers aside and then just pull from the wax paper. Number 2, and I think this is why it became big in planner land, is because you won't be able to see, but when you put a sticker on wax paper, it peels off a little bit of the stickiness. And so if you put a sticker down and then later on want to remove it, once you put it on wax paper, it just becomes a little bit easier to do. Sometimes I'll put it down and kind of press my finger over it to sort of warm up the wax and make sure that the wax is on there. Other times you may see I just stick it on my arm to remove some of the stickiness too. But now this one's barely sticky because I had it on my arm. And the wax paper, it doesn't matter what brand. I think this is Costco brand. I'll buy my local supermarket. I'll buy an off-brand. I'm not picky with my wax paper, but I do love to use it in probably most spreads. I would think I use it in. Okay, next, and this kind of goes along with the, what is it? Oh my goodness, the paper punch is I like having a paper trimmer. This one is American Crafts, but any one, I think the one I have linked on this video is Fiskars. You can extend the length, but I do like to be able to trim printables especially to better fit my planner. So simple paper trimmer. You can only trim a couple of pages at a time, but it works really well and functional for me. Okay, now while we're on paper, let's talk about some pen favorites. So I have, I would say, I guess 4 favorite pens for my planner. First up is the Papermate Flair. This is the medium tip. This is what I used to always use in my planner until I felt that it was getting a little bit too thick. In addition to it being thick, I feel like I'm writing a college essay. In addition to it being thick, it tends to smudge. You need to give it plenty of time to dry, and I forget that sometimes, so I don't always use this. I will use it to just kind of add some thickness to letters, but it's not my everyday go-to pen anymore. Once Sharpie S-Gel came out with their, or Sharpie came out with their S-Gel pens last year, these became my new go-to. I love them. They dry really fast. The ink is nice and dark, and it doesn't bleed through Happy Planner paper. So I have 3 sizes. This is my new favorite. This is the 0.38. So this is the thinnest. I don't think there's one thinner. And then this is 0.5, which I usually use because the 0.38 is new to me. And this is the 0.7. You can definitely see the difference. So I bought the 0.38 in I think it was a 4-pack on Amazon. The 0.5 and 0.7s I've gotten in bigger packs, but these are the 3 that I really like. And also I meant to do this faster, but it doesn't smudge. It may smudge like immediately, but definitely not like the Papermate Flair. Also, this page right here, these notepads, like I have this one too, but this notepad especially is one of my favorite Happy Planner items of all time. I keep this next to me on my desk while I'm working. And most of what I do is digital, so I don't have a work planner. I don't have a need for a work planner, but there are times that you just want to be able to take handwritten notes. Not to mention, when I'm in meetings and calls sometimes, coloring in these flowers is one of my favorite things to do. I just find it really relaxing, and I enjoy coloring them in, and even these lines here. And I like to use the Sharpie S-Gels to do that. So this paper, again, is one of my favorite items that I wanted to share, but I'm also using it to show you my favorite pens. Okay, now let's talk about white pens. So I've always used the Jelly Roll until my friend, Planning Plumber, Deborah, sent me, I'm just going to kind of show you how I use this. Okay. Sent me the, what is this? The Uniball Signo, which, let's kind of compare these over here. It's a little bit smoother for me. You can see it covers up a little bit better. What I notice sometimes with the Jelly Roll, and let's do it on some colored paper for this. I don't know if you can even actually see that. Let me see. I think you might be able, you know what? I have a better idea. Let's do it with some black paper that I have. I don't know if this is going to happen now that I'm talking about it, but with the Jelly Roll, yeah, of course now it's not happening. Sometimes it just skips or it doesn't work, and so I kind of need to like get the ink out. With the Uniball Signo, I haven't really experienced that yet. I mean, on black paper, they seem to be fine. What's the tip here? I'm trying to see if I can see the weight. I'm not sure I'm able to. Let's see when we write it. So this one skipped a little bit in the beginning. And the jelly rolls seem to be fine. I know the jelly roll does come in multiple, what are they called? Pen tips? Widths? Weights? Maybe weight is the right word. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, the reason that I like to use these in my planner is because if I want to put a sticker here, sometimes if it's, well, first of all, definitely if it's a clear sticker, I like to cover up the lines so that you don't see the line through the clear sticker. And then sometimes when I'm being really picky, if I'm putting a box sticker and the box is white, I don't want the line to show through. So I'll put this here, and let's pull out the sticker book again. So we'll take this Celebrate sticker. Okay, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see these two lines. You can't see here where I whited it out. And then let's take a clear sticker. Let's just take one of these meal prep ones. And this is a time that the tweezers are going to come in handy because I'm having trouble pulling this up with just my fingers. Okay. Let's cover up this line. See, there we go. It's not really working the way that I want it to. So I'm going to grab the Uniball Signo. And that didn't really work either because I was trying to draw over another wet line that I had already put down. Okay. And usually I'll wait for it to dry for a moment, but there we go. And now there's no line underneath it. So that's why one of the many reasons that I like these white pens. Okay, let's move pens out of the way. Now let's talk about Undo. I used to have Undo and I would use it all the time. And then I ran out and I just didn't buy a new one, but I have it again. And when I remember to use it, it's very helpful. So let's talk about what it does. So we'll take this, and I'm going to use this sticker instead of this one because I want it to sort of be centered and not right on the edge. But Undo is a sticker remover. So you pour out a little bit and you kind of just pour it on the page or on the sticker. Okay. And then give it a moment to dry, or not dry, give it a moment to set in. I'm going to put the lid back on this, and you really only need a little bit. And then you could use the corner here to pull it up, or you can just use your finger or a tweezer. And it pulls up immediately. And now this is going to dry. You're not going to notice in a few minutes that that was wet. It's already disappearing. And this sticker is just still as sticky as it was originally. And this part that looks wet here, that's going to turn white again in a moment. So it's a great way to be able to remove and reposition your stickers. So that's Undo. Okay, now I have the Avery True Block shipping labels. I haven't used these as much lately, but they're still a favorite of mine. I used them the most when I had a dashboard layout where the top, I'm trying to grab my dashboard, where the top left was a color block. So here we go. Here's one for you. Okay. And the reason that I love these is because they're made to cover up whatever is beneath them. They have this gray backing and you won't be able to see anything that's underneath them. If you just used a white label, you would still be able to see it. Absolutely. So these are actually sized. I could have put it down a little bit more, but these are sized perfectly for the classic box. I used them a lot when I had a mini dashboard that had the color block. I also like these when I want to sometimes layer stickers, because then you won't see what's underneath them if it's like a white box going over a colored one. So Avery True Block labels are definitely one of my favorite go-to planner items. Now, when we talk about function, the Check It Off stencil, it comes in a 2-pack. It's Line It Up and Check It Off. I use these pretty much every week in my big, and you just simply line it up. You can use the boxes. The other one it comes with are circles, or sometimes in my big, I won't even use these boxes and I'll just give myself these lines. What's great about them too is that these are punched, so you can just stick them right in your planner and know exactly, you'll just have them there in your planner. Okay, stencil, done. Now I want to talk about a couple of Happy Planner specific items. I know that this is Happy Planner specific and so is this notepad, but a few items that I'm loving lately by the Happy Planner. First up, is the pack of these sheets. I love to use these either as a daily to-do. I'll cover this today's date part up and use it as a weekly. I've even used it as a monthly to-do. I'll use it as a social media planner, a budget planner. These are just great sheets to be able to give like a full brain dump, whatever you need to write down, and you don't want it to be part of your weekly spread. Maybe one week I'll just like use these and I won't even do a weekly spread. But especially on a Sunday for me, I like using these most on Sundays because that's my day to get stuff done. And I can just list it all out right here and jot down reminders. And, over here, I like to do like upcoming or birthdays or someone to call or things like that. So I love this pack of extension paper. Another pack of extension paper that I really love is the Everyday extension pack, which is an undated monthly calendar. I have a video up of, I think, 7 ways to use this in your planner. It's like cleaning schedule, work schedule, budget, social media, self-care. There's a ton of different ways, and the back of this is lined paper. Next are the new Create Your Own sticker sheet storage packs. So here's a pack that's unopened. It was shipped in a 2-pack. And here is what they look like before you do anything with them. Here is an example of one that I've made with putting something in them. So I put stickers at the top and I called it budget. And what I did is I just combined a lot of different budgeting stickers that I'll use into this. So it comes with, this is called a Chicago screw, where all you do is just open it, you put the stickers in that you want, and then you seal it on up. I have seen people make this themselves. I haven't done it because honestly, I find these really affordable. I think that they're, as long as you're not buying, 100 of them, they're affordable. All of the supplies that I've seen people using to make them themselves, whether it's laminate or elastic or the cardstock or printing it, buying the screws, all of those separately, plus the time it takes, is not worth it to me to make them myself. I'd rather just buy them from Happy Planner and know that they're made right. They're not going to break on me. And that's kind of my process. These are $4.99 each, which again, I think are affordable. Also this backing, this is like a nice heavy card, like double cardstock backing. So I really like these Create Your Own sticker pack booklet things. Okay. And then, we're almost done. A couple more items. I really love the cash envelopes. These are also sized for Happy Planner, classic Happy Planner. So they are punched if you wanted to punch them. What I use them for are savings envelopes. So these are 3 blank ones that I have. But what I do is I put cash in here that I'm saving, and then I'll take a piece of paper and put on the piece of paper what it is. So like I have a trip to Florida coming up. I'll put all the money in here, and then I'll slip a piece of paper in that says Florida trip with the running balance. If I took some money out of that envelope, maybe if I was like shopping for the trip, then I would just update that piece of paper with the running balance. I'm thinking of maybe doing a video showing you how I use these in further detail, if that's something you're interested in, but I really love the cash envelopes from the Happy Planner. And then this is not a Happy Planner item, but it fits Happy Planner items. This is my wallet that I got on Amazon. So when you originally buy the wallet, it comes with cash envelopes in there. There's like a little binder and it comes with them right in there. But I take them out because this also fits the Skinny Mini perfectly. You can close it and everything. It's a perfect fit. The top part of the zipper has a better pull, but I broke it off. Also, it has a pen loop, which I really like having, especially now when I go to the bank or I need a pen. I don't want to touch other pens because of COVID. So I like having my own pen in my purse with me. And it has plenty of card slots. So I'll have, debit cards, gift cards, all of that, and coins. And then also what I do is right now my spending is typically only in two categories. It's either my miscellaneous spending throughout the week or my groceries. And so what I do is when I go get cash from the bank, I put them right into these two spaces. So because I don't have separate funds for like clothes or what I just give myself spending money each week and grocery money each week. And if something else comes up, then I'll stick an envelope in here to note that. But having these two slots is perfect for me. But really, the part that I love the most is that it fits the Skinny Mini, and it just kind of. Oh, there's also a pocket here. Looks like I have a grocery list. Whoops, a grocery list stuck in there that I'll put back in for now and then throw out. So anyway, those are my favorite items for planning, and I hope you found this somewhat helpful. Again, everything that I've shared today is linked below as long as I can find it. And when you purchase through one of those links, you're helping to support me as I make a small commission on them. But really and truly, everything I shared with you is stuff you're probably already seeing in most of my videos anyway. So you know that I do already love it. But anyway, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a lovely day. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please do take a moment to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you next time.